whenever you want to find a game, all you do is hit the stock game. It says you just hit that little tab, the little red tab. I don't know if you can see my cursor on the screen, but it's a little red tab right there. You hit stock game, and this is where you find the games that you can go practice in, right? You have your private games, you have the public games, right? You have, if you want to find the 15-minute window games, you're hitting the 15-minute lag on the bottom of the screen. You can see that changing, right? So if you're already in a game, so this is the game, unless you're already in, you hit the launch party with the ticker, and see, that's going to be on my screen, most likely, and your screen, your home screen. So you can just go in and you'll see the group chat. And so there's a whole world there. You want to make sure you're checking that on a daily basis as much as you can, because I'm putting information in that you're going to need during the contest. Second thing is your direct messages. Like these are the people that have direct messages. Some of them don't have them in there, but like Rhonda direct messaged me this morning. And so I'll go into the chat right here. I can see it, whatever the case is. You won't get notifications when you get this, except for they'll all be inside your mailbox, your notifications here. So you want to check your notifications at least, a minimum of 3 to 4 times a day, when you, especially you're in the middle of the game. So if I hit the 4 dots on the bottom of the screen, that's going to give me my notification, which is the light blue to the right, and it'll be red if there's notifications here. Now, if you have a message, all you got to do is hit, if it says message, hit it in, and you'll be right in the chat. You'll be able to see what's happening, okay? And now, if someone joins the game, you're not going to see that. It's not clickable as well. So you'll see like Kenya just joined and a few people just joined. So you're not going to be able to see that at all right? And if I want to get back, I just hit that home tab. So here, then you have your, my portfolio page is not the same as the one inside your game, right? This is the one that has all of the stocks that you own across the whole platform, all the games that you're playing, right? So if you own any crypto, you own any, if you're shorting any stocks, that's all there, all right? So you can kind of see that. The stock tab on the bottom is the most actively traded stocks that people have been playing in the game since yesterday. So you won't actually see today's stock trades. You'll only see what they were playing yesterday, okay? Because I made it on purpose so that at 4 p.m. is when it shows up. Now, if you see me pulling on my screen, I'm going to show you something inside the chat. And if I'm going too fast, let me know. I'll go back 2 seconds. So if I'm in the chat and I hit this and it kind of stops there and you see that little like it's going in circles, that's pull the refresh. So if I keep pulling the refresh, it'll give me the older messages and it'll keep going. But once I'm already up, all those messages are already loaded. So just so you know, if you miss something, you can go all the way to it doesn't let you go anymore, and then you can pull the refresh to see what those other messages were, if that makes any sense. And the chat is the most fun part of the game. So you definitely want to be in that chat because people always post their emotions for some reason, right? So that's a pretty cool part. Anyway, and so there's a sliding bar here, right? So this bar is a sliding bar. So if you want to see your portfolio page, that's what you see right here. It's going to have your total investments, your daily profit and loss, your total profit and loss, and your total account value. So one is cumulative by day, and that's going to be your total profit and loss at the bottom of the screen, right? And your total account value is also cumulative. Then you have whatever pending trades. Pending trades only happen if you're doing limit trades, and I would suggest you don't do limit trades, just do market orders. It'll go really quick, right? This game hasn't started yet, so I'm going to go into, let me go back in and show you one more thing. So on that sliding bar, you see your leaderboard. And so the leaderboard comes up, and you'll see everybody that's in the game, everybody. And you'll be able to see where they are. Now, we're not going to talk about teams and stuff like that today. I just want to show you the app and everything else because I figure we'll have a bigger audience on Saturday. Then it just kind of makes sense. All right, let me get into a game that I already have inside my game. So whenever you want to go to the games that you already joined or created, you just hit the pink tab. It says My Games. All right, and so I'm going to go to the one I created for my son and daughter. So KJ Chloe Kids. All right. So let's go to the portfolio page. So there's nothing in there right now. It says I have $1 million in there. That's been in there before the pre-launch. So if I want to trade, all I'm going to do is hit that trade button on the right-hand side. So, okay, let's go hit the trade button. So let's say I wanted to trade. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm looking at FinViz right now, and I'm looking at and I'm going to share the screen with you. All right, so here's the deal. Here's what you really have to understand. You can have these open on your cell phone, right? It doesn't have to be on a computer, so you don't have to be stationary. You can change everything you need to change on your cell phone. So if I'm going into the screen, and I'll show you that on my cell once I'm done, but if I'm going into the screener, right, the first thing I'm gonna do is hit the signal box. The signal box is gonna tell me the top gainers, and I can kind of I'm looking to exploit a stock that, let's go, not overboard, let's go unusual volume, right? And I'm looking for stocks over $5. That's number one. So remember, I'm in a competition, so I have to get as close to, let's say, $5-6 between that 5 to 20 range so I can have leverage, because I have $100,000 in the account, and I can't put all of my money into one stock, but I can buy maybe $50,000 worth of a stock. So I want to see if I can buy 3,000, that type of thing in share count, because I want to see if I can leverage it up. Now, when I got my percentage change, I know I can't buy stocks under 5, so I'm looking. And then it becomes, I'm also looking at the percentages. Now, here's something that's very unique about the game. So this is a 15-minute window. So sometimes you might be able to get the price that was 15 minutes ago, even though the market's at $17.73 for this stock right here of PAM Transportation Services. So I'm going to get out of this screen and share my phone real quick. Okay, so the games I created, I'm gonna do it in the KJ Chloe, and you guys can practice in the KJ Chloe. And just so you guys that are new, you want to know how to get there, it's really simple. Hit the home screen, you go into the red stock tab. This is a game that I actually created. So it's gonna be a public game, and you hit the bottom where it says 15-minute lag. All those mines are blank, and the only reason why mines are blank is because I created the game. I'm already in it, right? But the game will be there. You join the KJ and Chloe game, and you can practice. Anyway, let me go into it. So now I hit my games, because it's going to show up here when the game's in action. So now I'm going to go to the game I created on my created screen, and then I'm going to hit KJ and Chloe. All right. And that's how I'm in the game, and that's how I can do the trade. But I got to find the stock first, right? So let's do that first. Let's go FinViz. Okay, so I can stretch it out. All right, so now you see FinViz on your phone, just in case, so you don't have to worry about, oh man, I needed my computer. No, you don't. You hit the screener, stretch it out, you look for signals, and it's right here, right in front of you. Signals right there. Then you hit your drop-down box, and you can hit the unusual volume. So now I'm to the right of the screen. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm to the right of the screen. I hit the change button. That's going to give me the percentage down stocks. I hit it again. It's going to give me the stocks that are up. I'm really looking for the highest percentage movers. All right. So, I can't buy stocks under 5, or else I would be loving to buy the stock that's $4, because that stock would be YYGH. I can play with it to have fun, but I don't want to do that here. Let's see if I can find the stock. So again, I got a $10 stock that's up 16%. Let's see where it lets me buy it at. So it is ULBI. So I get out of that. I go back into the app. I hit my trade button. I hit ULBI. Boom, boom, comes up. This is really simple stuff. And it says $8.73. So if it allows me to do that, I'm going to do it. I must have put Now, here's the deal. What price did you see it at just now before I went and purchased it?
$8 and something.
No, that's what you saw me purchase it at just now, but let's go back.
But then 10. It was at 10.
Who said 10? I like
Dr.
that.
Kaisha.
Hey, look at that. 10. So
Oh, wow.
anyway, find a yellow southern and eat. Anyway, so it's at 10:13, right?
Okay.
So I'm exploiting the difference. So if I now wait, I go back to my game. This is what makes it a lot of fun. I can keep hitting my tab to see if it's changing. I'm going to have to wait anyway, because again, I'm able to see it in advance. It's giving me a 15-minute window. But in the meantime, if I want to, I can go and find another stock. So how about that? Let's see what we can find. Cameron, am I doing a good job, bro? He's one of my coaching team. My son just tried to come in. It didn't work. I can't hear you, Cameron.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah,
Okay.
you showing the sauce.
I'm showing the sauce. I am showing the sauce, actually. So here, let me talk about this before I do another trade. You have to understand something. If you have that window of opportunity and you're exploiting the differences in stocks, you don't have to learn how to pick stocks. Your job is to find as many as you can and exploit the difference. Now they say, well, how do I learn in that area? You find that you're going to find the same stocks. And guess what? On Saturdays in our meetings, I'm giving you tools so you can look them up. Now I'm going to tell you, don't buy these stocks ever, right? Because these companies, typically they're fledgling, they're early stage companies, and everybody likes a cheap price stock, but I find that a stock at $10 goes to zero before it goes to 100. 9 out of 10 times. So you got in these areas. So you got to be careful. You got to know what you're looking at. And so I kind of qualify it though. That just sounds like a lot, but I kind of qualify it so you understand why. But you'll know in a minute, because we've had stocks go from $1 to 70 and then back to $3 again. Those are not fundamentally good companies. Those are just trades, if you look at it from that standpoint. So all right, let's see if I can find another one real quick. Okay, so now let's say I'm not there. I'm going to go to open another window in, and I'm going to go to Yahoo Finance, right? Well, actually, I'm going to get in my phone and go to Yahoo Finance. So then I'm going to go to, I can do most actives here, right? But in this case, I like to be on the actual stock site. So let me get out of sharing my screen here. Hold tight. But you can do that. I do it when I'm in the car, when I'm waiting to pick up my son. I can do that. But let's just do this just for the sake of argument. So let's say I'm here. If I'm in Yahoo and I hit finance, now I'm gonna go to the markets tab. That markets, when we talked about the most active, the gainers, the losers, and the calendars. I don't care about the calendar right now. I'm only looking at that most active tab, right? And then the gainers. So again, I'm gonna hit that percentage tab because I want to see what's happening in terms of percentages. Okay. And then sometimes, and I can't really buy a $400 stock. How many shares am I going to get of this thing? It doesn't make sense. But hold on, let me look at my screen to see where I'm at with my other stock. And what I'll do is I'll show it to you before I move out of it, so I don't so you guys understand the effect of it all. So let me get back into the game to be nice. Okay, I'm gonna let that be there and see if that changes. It hasn't done anything yet. Let me see here. Okay, let's look and see where Riv is on the game. There's 884 here, 850. That's 852. That doesn't do anything for me. It's over 5. So let's see what the hell is going on with this one. HL. Probably going to do that inside the so you guys can see what I'm doing and just have it on my other computer. So I'll do it that way, so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I'll just tell you what I'm doing from the Yahoo perspective. Now, also, sometimes stocks don't move, right? You have certain situations where it's thinly traded that it may not actually catch up to the price. So you have to be watching your screen, and then you might have to get out of that to get into something else. All right, let me share my screen again here. Just gonna play the game with let's do a fan favorite. Not my favorite at all. I hate the stock, but everybody seems to love it during the pandemic. So you're talking about 1870, and there's nothing really here, right? Because the stock is trading at 1870, 1868. There's nothing you can exploit there. You have to kind of wait to that. You can catch it in that window. So let me see if I can catch another. And then, so what I'm normally going to do, I'm going to jump between the markets tab. I might go to stock gainers, stock losers. Matter of fact, let me do the losers and see what I can find, because I might find a stock that actually is going to take a move in another direction. So I might short it. Hold on a second. So again, I'm on Yahoo Finance right now. So let's see. I see QuantumScape. Let's see what that does. QS. But you can see how simple it is to use it. It's not difficult and hard. It's not clumsy. We made sure that was the case. So QuantumScape is at 501, right? I'm gonna short it, and there's 40,000 shares that I can short. Let's see what happens. 501. Nah, see, now here's what happened. James was talking about this the other day. You see, it's at 501, but now it's at $5. And so therefore, shorting it doesn't make any sense. As soon as you buy it, you're going to be down a penny on 40,000 shares. So in order to get out of it, just hit the cancel and just go back. And then you got to get out of that, and you got to X out of that and then start another trade. So let's go. And just for the sake of just you seeing it without trying to do too much, I'm going to just buy 5 stocks now that's in front of me, just so you see how it hits the portfolio page. So HOG. So now if you're looking at it, you can see that it says buy automatically comes up. It says I can buy 5,912 shares. So typically I won't do that. I'll just buy, I will do that if I'm in a real deep competition. I'm gonna use my entire amount I can buy in that, right? But let's just do that for now, because I want to buy a few stocks. So I hit the submit button. It's a market trade. I go to the portfolio. All right, so it's in the book. So obviously, if I'm up, what did I buy it at? Is the question. I bought it at 33.35. Okay, so if I'm up, that's now. You see the ULBI? Where's the price at now?
10.27.
But where did we buy it?
At
13.
Nope. Look at it.
873.
There you go. You see how we see it? Because what happens is ULBI. I hit the tab, and then I can see where I purchased it in the trade history. I can also see the trade history if I just scroll to the right, and I see the trade history and everything that was purchased in that portfolio. It's right there in front of you. So you're not lost, right? You know exactly. So this way, if you're trading, and let's say you catch momentum, right? So let me do this before I lose the trade. So I'm gonna go into the ULBI. It's at 10.27. I'm gonna hit that trade button, and I'm gonna hit sell. What happened when I hit sell? Did you see the $80,000 appear? Right, the 80,000 shares appear.
Oh, up there.
Did you see it? You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so all I got to do now is hit submit. So now the estimated price is the price that I'm going to be able to sell at. So as soon as I hit submit, I'm going to book that profit, and I'm going to try to find me another one. Now, here's the other thing. This is the fun part. Hey, Cameron, Cameron, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Should I give him the sauce?
You did. That's how you got to do it.
No. I said, should I give him? So wait, let me do this. Let's go in. ULB, what was it? ULBI? What was it? What price does it say, guys?
873.
Okay, so wait, let's see if I can buy it 95,000 times. It's telling me how many I can buy. It says 95,862. So what price does it let me buy it at?
873.
873.
Guess what I just did? I purchased it again. You're going to find stocks like that, right? So then it becomes, I'm up in hog. Let me just continue putting my example together. Let that stay there for a minute. Stocks with 5 ticker symbols, you're not going to be able to buy. They're typically over the counter, and we're not registered to do that, and I wouldn't do it anyway because those stocks are normally penny stocks anyway. Let's go with the $100. Let's go with maybe 200 shares. I'm just doing that for the example, but in a game, you're not doing 200 shares. You're maxing out. I mean, you're maxing. All right, and you're not buying $80 stocks when it comes down to it. TXT. Okay, so you see how fast and simple it is? It's nothing hard to actually do, right? So your job at this point is not to buy 15 stocks in a portfolio when you only have $100,000. That doesn't make sense. What you want to do, hey Cameron, you got experience, you want to tell them?
Yeah, what you want to do is take advantage of that price difference and that lag, you know, because just like he just showed you, it goes back to 873. You want to, since you have an increased leverage, you want to go ahead and buy that again and then sell it again at 1040, 1020, wherever it is.
If it allows you to do it,
if it allows
you want to find many stocks like that, because here's the deal. Everyone has the same advantage. There's nobody that has a different advantage. Yeah, everybody has the same vantage point. There's nobody that has a different advantage. And guys, check your direct messages and fill out the form for me so I have contacts on everybody, because I send information and the app is not giving me the notifications. So I want to be able to send you the Zooms and everything that I need to send to you directly to your phone. So this way you don't have to worry about missing a beat or whatever the case may be. So definitely fill out that link for me. Anyway, and welcome to the call, Dr. Tamisha Jenkins. All right. So, and I'm going to go back over where I'm at right now. But for right now, I'm going to sell. Like, I'm going to start selling my screen. So if you notice, let me go back here. So if I want to sell a stock that's in my portfolio, pardon me. If I want to sell a stock that's in my portfolio, and yes, you have sounds. When you're down, you hear aw. When you're up, you hear yay. Pretty cool. But anyway, all I got to do is hit the tab where the symbol's at. The whole tab. It doesn't matter what part of the tab you hit. And then I hit trade. And then if I want to sell, I put sell, right? And then I just hit submit. And that's it. I didn't want to sell that one back on it. But that's okay. We're going to get out of it. You saw that, right? I sold it at the same price I purchased it at. But I'm just doing it anyway. And you got to pay attention to this. And when you're in competition, you're going to be nervous, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fast, and people are going to be chasing you down. And your job is to be as competitive as you possibly can. So I didn't put. It says please enter quantity. I didn't put anything. Right. Once I put sell in, it automatically puts the quantity in there, and then boom, I sell it. I'm going back, and all I'm doing is going back, and I'm hitting these tabs, and I'm going right back. So what we did was we built it for speed. So you can get in and get out really, really quickly. All right. And to me, that's the most important thing. All right. So let's go back to let's see. I must have lost money on my last trade. So let's go. Let's get back into that. Was it UH? What was it again? Oh, and good. And guess what? I can answer that question. Go back to my trade tab and see what I sold. It was ULBI right in front of me, right? Let's see if it allows me to do it again. Hit the trade button when I want to do a new trade. ULBI. It's allowing me to get there at 873. Let me see if I can buy 97,000 shares. I must have booked a profit along the way somewhere. No, I'm just going to do the 97,000. And it's letting me do it. Now I'm going to see if I can find me another one. Okay, so hold tight. Let that stay for a minute. Hold tight for me. And I found that one on FinViz, by the way. Let's see if there's another one waiting for me in a different tab. So let's just show you what I'm doing on this. Let me get out of this one. Can you see FinViz?
Yes.
Okay, so this is pretty much where you start. FinViz. You can start on your cell phone, as I just showed you earlier. You can pull that tab up on your cell phone in another window, and you can stretch it out so you can see it. But here, this is where I'm manipulating my scenario. You have the screener, and then you have the signal tab, right? So I hit the signal tab. I can get the most actives now. So the most actives are showing me all of these companies are here and what percentages they're up. I can look at this $11 stock here, this LABD, and I'm looking to see how it comes up in my app real quick. And then I go, okay, let me see if LABD gives me a way to look at this thing. It comes up, already know that. And in the app, it's actually, got to catch it quick. Sometimes it changes really quick. It was $10 in change for a second, but it's actually $11.23 now. So you gotta be really quick too. So let's look at this Barclays PLC. So it's at 960. Actually, it's at 1031 now. All right, but here's the deal. Nope, it's at 1030 and 1031 now. So I can't buy that because I can't really exploit the difference. But let me get out of here. But if I want to short something, I definitely can do that depending on what's happening in the market. So if I'm looking at, let me see if I can pull up one more last thing on my screen for me. Okay, let me put that up there. First of all, does anyone have any questions? Be afraid, there's no dumb.
I have a
Fair,
question.
Lucretia. Sure.
I don't understand the short tab or how that works.
Okay, let me show it to you. Awesome question. So I'll explain to you first, and then I'm gonna show it to you second, okay? All right, let me just get out of here. Okay, let me share my screen again. Number one, when you short a stock, what you're doing is you're betting that it's gonna go down, right? So it works in reverse. So if I'm looking at let's talk about buying the stock first so you get a picture of it. Let's say I'm buying Apple at $200, right? And I see it on the app at $195. So what am I going to do? I'm going to buy it on the app at $195. And I'm going to wait 10, 15 minutes to sell it at hopefully closer to $200. So what if I see it trading higher, right? And then it works in reverse. So if the stock is trading at, let's say, $200, but it's at 95, well, no, it has to go down. It's at 205 in the actual stock market. But I'm going to wait until it comes down and sell it. So it's working in reverse, so to speak. So what you're doing is you're betting on a stock going down. So let's see if we can find an example. Okay, let's do that. That's the best way to do it. Let me see if I got a stock over here. Let's look at my most actives. What's this? AT&I. AT&I. Oh boy, let me get on this real quick. Short, I hit my short tab. I hit my 7,000 shares, and hopefully they give me what I need. It's 28. Is that right? I hit it. Okay, so I purchased it, 7,000 shares at 28.72. I'm going to show you something. So this is, and I shorted it, I should say. You see the short tab. So you got your stock tab, you have your short tab, right? So now I'm gonna stop sharing this screen for a second. I'm gonna show you something real time. Where did I buy it at? Who remembers?
28 something.
28.
Where is it at now?
19.
41.
$66,700 in profit later, and I'm keep stacking. Do you understand where we're going with this now?
Nope.
No, who said no? Was that you, Rhonda?
That happened so quick. I don't know what just happened.
I'm gonna show you what happened. How about that? You gotta give you empirical evidence around here. She said, nope. That's okay. We're gonna have an ARRP.
Appreciate it. Needed for the seniors. That's right.
I'm saying, I love you. Hey, I'm approaching. All right, hold on. And Rhonda's super competitive. She's one of the nurses. She ain't playing no games.
Once she understands what's going on.
I already know. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. That's why we're doing this. I wanted to make sure some people had a head start. So, okay. So you notice how I purchased it at 28.72, right? But it's at 19.12.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm shorting it. I want the stock to go where? If I'm shorting it, where do I want the stock to go?
Go down.
Down.
Right. So did it go down?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So guess what I should be doing?
Buying.
Buying the cover. Ooh, who said that? Go ahead. So I'm gonna hit that buy the cover button. Oh man, Al keeps getting kicked out the room. I'm gonna hit the buy the cover button. I got 7,000 pieces of it, and I'm gonna cover that bad boy at 19.27. I'm gonna go back into my account. I then ran it up a little something, $56,000. And guess what I have now? I have 1,000,001 almost to go back in and find another stock, right? So you're able to short stocks, you're able to buy stocks, and you can exploit the market that way. The best thing about it is that everyone has the same advantage and disadvantage. Does that make sense? So if you want to find, so everyone should practice in the KJ and Chloe game. You guys probably don't know how to get there. So it says create play stock game. So I hit the red tab, right? So you'll see the game here, but only if you hit the 15-minute window. You want to do it in the 15-minute delay game. Why? Because that's what we're playing in, right? You don't want to be in the real time. You want to be in the 15-minute delay. You don't see anything on my screen because the game exists in my games because I'm the one that created the game. So if I join the game, it'll show up on this screen. If I created a game, it'll show up on this screen, and voila. Right? Does that make sense? So now we got a toolbar here. This toolbar, you got your game rules, which is whatever, but the group chat is here. This is where it goes down. You want to make sure you're looking at that group chat as many times as you can a day, because I didn't put sounds on it. We are putting sounds on it. I just sent off an adjustment payment to make sure that we change the notification the way they're delivered. And speaking of notifications, guys, I don't spam. So what happens is if I send a notification, it's either going to be learning, informational, or directional. It's going to bring you value. Learning, value, informational. There's a book in there attached, a link or something like that. I might send you a book of choices to read or information in an article, right? So it might be a link there. We're changing that whole thing. And I might be directing you to a game that we're playing that's moderated. So that's the case. But in this particular case right now, make sure you check your notifications. So how do you do that? So everybody should just understand this 4 dots get you around. Those 4 dots, you see someone sent me a notification. So I just go to it and someone says new message. So I just hit it and bing. How do we see this? Okay.
Sorry.
Was that you?
That was. Because it kept bringing me back to the link on the 27th. I was like, where's the one for today? But I'm here. Thank you.
That's all right. You're very, very welcome. Happy to have you. So don't worry. We're okay. So back over here. Chat, you're welcome. The chat is where it goes down. Make sure you stay active in the chat. Be active in the chat. It motivates everybody else. And what you start to see, like, you got to realize something. When I started the call, for you guys that didn't know, I had less than $1 million in the actual game, right? So let me go back to the game first so you can see it. My games, created games, KJ and Chloe. So now I have 1,098,000, right? So, and then yes, when you are up, it goes, yay. And when you're down, it goes, ah. So it gives you a little shot of dopamine. It's pretty cool. But anyway, and so the cool part about it is that people are going to be on your tail once they discover what you now know, but you have a head start. You'll be able to crush it tomorrow on the first day. So now everybody's thinking, oh, this is the first day. Nobody's going to do that. No one's going to show up, except for the guy who shows up with the head, you know, the bandana ready to go, right? Because that's when you got the information. Now all you got to do is put it in action. and you can practice getting it. And in your practice, you'll actually find and exploit the stocks, which is cool. All right. Anyway, so what did I want to go to the game to show you in the first place? But I'm just going to show you this real quick. So you got your toolbar here, right? So your toolbar is going to pretty much be your group chats, how many people are in the game, and it looks different when you set up a game as opposed to when you join a game, by the way. So the leaderboard is normally inside the toolbar when you actually join a game, but the leaderboard is here. So now I can see like Sean has 21 million, James is 19, and you know, that type of thing. You kind of see everybody's their numbers, and you have the people at the bottom. All right. So go back here. You got your portfolio. So right now I still have this UBLI. I haven't changed in my account. I wonder where it's at in the market. I'm gonna look real quick. I gave back all of that already. Hold on a second. Oh, there it is right there. You see that? See it pop? And you see me rushing to get it. 1047. Let's go. Cash on the barrelhead. 1.2 billion. Let's go. You understand the point? You get it now? So now you can see your pending trades if you're doing limits, but like I tell people, don't do any limit orders. Just do all market. And you can see your trade history. So in this particular case, I bought 97,000 shares at $8 and change, and I sold it at $10.47 and booked a couple of $100,000 profit, which is pretty cool, right? Almost a couple of $100,000. So maybe it was, but anyway, so I'll go back here. Pretty easy to navigate. I'm back in my games, but you don't have to, if you're on the leaderboard, I just did that and got out by mistake. But if I'm on a leaderboard, all right, I just go back and I'm in the game, right? So let's find some stocks again. So let me just go back. First of all, before I leave this part, is there any questions on that? Do you know how to find a game that has been created now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Erica says yes.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Can you just go back to that step? Because I think I was registering when you clicked on the actual icon. So just
I got you covered. Here we go. So you see the little 4 dots here? That 4 dots is going to be your menu, right? And if you see it come up, you can hit above it and it'll come down. But you have your home button here. So the home button is going to bring up the stock game, crypto game, and cash game. Don't worry about the other 2. And if you're not in the game yet, get in the game. That means you have to hit this little tab that says Investment Dojo Launch Party if you're not already in the game. So do that now if you haven't done it. I forgot to say that part, right? It's probably the most important thing. Anyway, so now if you want to join a game, you hit Stock tab. If you want to join a 15-minute window game, you hit the 15-minute delay game. If a real-time game, you hit the games that are in a 15-minute delay. Obviously, people have joined these games and they're practicing, you know, because I can always see who's in a room because I just go to I don't have to be in that room to see that Will started is top of the list and there's people in this game already, right? But they're not really playing. It's just a couple of people in here. But I can see what's happening. I can join that game if I like. If I create a game or I'm in a game, let's say I go back to my KJ and Chloe game, and I want to share this game with someone, I can share the game or I can invite some people in my friends list. Got a lot of people, got a lot of friends. And by the way, let's do this now. If you haven't friended me or accepted my friend request, you should do it now. And I got to ask Kella and Angela, are you both in the game already?
No, I'm
yes,
not.
sir.
Okay, so who said no, I'm not? Is that Angela or Kella?
Angela.
Okay, Angela, do me a favor. Are you finished filling out the form?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the game app open or have you downloaded the game yet?
I tried downloading the game on Saturday and it just kept kicking me off.
Do you have an Android or an Apple?
I have an Android, but I switched over to the tablet. I was on my phone. So now I'm on a tablet. So I'm able to, I got to download it onto the tablet now.
Okay, so download to the tablet and you see that screen I'm moving with the timer.
Okay, wait a minute.
You see where I'm on my home. I'm on the screen. My app is on the screen now. It says Investment Dojo Launch Party.
Okay. Yes, I see. Yeah, I see you. I gotta
Yeah.
get back to my
Yeah, you gotta look at the screen. I thought I was sharing the screen. It is, I
Yeah,
am
yeah,
sharing
I see the screen.
sharing the screen. Okay, so here's are you Rhonda's friend, Angela?
Yes, I am. Thank you. Senior moment.
It's okay. We love you. We're gonna give you a lot. Did you filled out the form, right?
Yeah, I
So
filled out the
if there's an
form.
issue, everyone, I'm not gonna take the time to do this with everybody. Can write my number down. Just send me a text, and I'll help you out personally. How about that? Or you can direct message me. Let me show you how to do that in the game. So let's say that I am. Let me just go into this one. So let's look at the leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say that Cameron, let me look for Cameron. Cameron, you're in the game, right, buddy? Yeah, there's Cameron. So Cameron, we're friends already, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So if I hit that little message thing, I can send him a direct message, and that's going to appear down here in the chat button next to the 4 dots.
Okay.
Right. So I'll be able to see it. Now, problem is, I won't know it's there if I'm super busy because it doesn't make any sound yet. I'm working on that part. But I will check it from time to time just because I know it's not giving me any sounds. Right. So if you gotta get in the game in order to do that, but I have your information so I can go back to and call you after the call or whenever you're free. We could do that. No worries. I got you. Don't you worry about it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. How it is. Listen, I didn't know before I knew. And now I know nothing. that's how life treats you. Anyway, let's get back to it. What was the next thing I was showing before I started that? I'm gonna buy some stocks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back into it again. Let me see what we got going on. Well, I'm gonna buy something this time. Hey, Will, can you hear me? Can you talk? I know you're at work.
I'm so sorry, Kevin. Excuse me. Aislinn
Uh-huh.
says she's trying to get in and she's in the waiting room.
She's in A, huh?
I can hear you, Kev. Sorry.
That's all right, brother. How you been, man? You good? This is a reception issue. I just let someone in. Aislinn, are you in here now? Okay, we're gonna figure it out. Anyway, so let me find me a stock. So I'm going back over here. I'm gonna find it with you guys. Hey, Aislinn.
Hey.
Hey. All right. So I'm gonna stop sharing this screen. I'm gonna find the stock in front of you guys so you know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to Yahoo Finance. I wonder how that comes up on my screen still. So AT&N, I just shorted that stock. So for you guys that don't understand shorting, when you want a stock to go down, that's what you do. So if I'm going back into the game, I might want to check that stock to see if it's going to give me what I want as far as profit is concerned. So my games, I go back to my Chloe game, I go to my trade button, I put the symbol in. So it's ATNNI. It'll come up on my screen, and then it is trading in the market. It's oh boy, wait a minute. I got time to talk. Wait a second. Karen knows what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this. So you see that? I'm gonna get out of that screen, just showing you something. I'm shorting this stock, right? Hold on, making sure I got it right. Yep. Oh man, I might have lost it. Okay, good. So I'm shorting this stock. So let's go back here. I want you to see this taking place. Okay, so I'm shorting it now, and it showed up on the screen because there's a 15-minute lag at 28.72. So I'm shorting it here. So then when it gets into my account, it's at 28.72. But where was the stock just a minute ago?
19 something.
Right.
1940.
So when it changes on my screen again, I'm going to sell it. But I'm not going to sit there. And here's the other thing. Don't babysit because you still have more buying power. right? So you got to go find yourself something else. So I'm shorting that. I want stocks to go down there. So then I got to find me another position I might want to go long on. So let me look at the signals again. Hit my screener. Signals. I'm gonna show you that on screen. So now let's just say, let me get out of here. Let's file the stock together. And I'm gonna go over, I can't go over the live data in the marketplace on Saturday, but I can go through the sites again, you know, that type of thing. So let's go here. Let's go stock gainers. And I'm looking for stocks that are cheap, but over $5. So that's probably not going to give me anything there. So I'm going to try it again. No, BCS stands for B trap stock. I'm just kidding. We got BCS. It's trading at 960. Nope, it's trading at 1027. I'll go to losers and see if I can grab something there. Again, you're able to play both sides of the market. This is just going to be an education for you, but at the same time, it's going to give you a different look at the market. So QuantumScape at 503 in the market, 502 on the app, 501. So I'm just going to see if I can get it at 501. Yep, give it straight 501. So I'm gonna go back. Oh, whoa. But you know, the funny part is, let me show you this. This is cool. I don't know, I'm gonna be able to keep it. It disappeared that quick. Oh, it disappeared that quick. Okay, but I'm gonna go back. So it was 548 when I got into the app. I purchased it at 501, but it changed on me that quick. But right now it's trading at 503. So what did I buy it at? I purchased it at 501. So it's giving me a little bit of a difference. There you go. It's at 502. I got a penny profit, you know. And then I might want to go, okay, let me go a step further. See if I can see the chart. So I might want to look at the chart here. So it's in the game, it's 504 right now. So I know that I can wait another point and be up another $250, whatever it is. And I'm gonna look at the chart itself. So I'm gonna show you something I normally show, but I'm gonna put the candles on. All right. If you stare at that screen long enough, what letter does that look like?
A win, like a W, I mean.
Mm-hmm. Who said that?
Kella.
Kella. All right. So exactly right. So it's actually in a downtrend, if you see it, right? But typically I'm looking for a double bottom before stocks start to move. So let me see if it had one earlier today. There it is. You see it? Hold on. I just missed it. So you see this?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a W, but I'm really like, okay, I want to get a better one. It's a little bit more pronounced. This is the daily. Let's go to the minute. Stock doesn't trade a lot. That's why you see it looks choppy like that. You wouldn't know any better, because if I put up NVIDIA and did the same thing, it looks a lot different, doesn't it? Right? So, and that's the daily chart, the minute chart, because it's actually, where is it at? Dang, it's up 26 points today, but let me see. There it is. See that W right there? Do you see?
Yes,
You can see my cursor going over it or no?
Yes.
Okay, good job. Okay, good. All right, so he's trying to make it more pronounced. So I'm looking for it to actually, and it's made a lower low, but then it popped up from here. But it normally makes that W, and this is where I want to try to get the stock if I was trading it in the game or whatever the case is. But I really don't look. This is if I'm looking at this what's that stock? QuantumScape, right? We'll go back to NVIDIA in a second. So it's at that's definitely not at 665, but it's at 502. I want to see what the trend is. I already know that the trend is down, so I got to get out of this thing right away. But I caught 2 pennies on it, so okay, cool. But that's not what I'm looking to do. I'll catch 2 pennies when I have millions and millions and millions of dollars. So at least 2 pennies seems like 30, 40 grand, that type of thing. But in this case, I'm just showing you what the deal is. Let me go back one here. So if I was looking at that chart, that's what you call a double bottom. And once it starts to hit here and starts to take a move, I want to get in somewhere around here anyway and see if I can ride it up and keep going from there. You never know. Now, like James said, you're going to find stocks that you're able to do that with a lot. And just when you sell it, it keeps going. We run into those all the time, and those become the momentum scenarios. You do not, and I repeat, do not want to do this in real life when it comes down to buying the stocks that you never heard of or you don't know how to research, because then you're going to want to get yourself hurt. And that's not what we're here to do. We're here to learn, have some fun, and compete. All right, let me get out of this. Any questions?
How long can you have, like, hold a stock, like, I guess, before you sell it and sell it?
We suggest that you don't have any stocks overnight, right?
Okay.
You want to let those go. So if you trade, you can hold it all day if you like. But the bottom line is, if it gives you an opportunity, like I think I just did one, didn't I? I did. So, for instance, I just bought the QuantumScape. I'm up $1,700. I don't believe I'm going to be up more, so I'm going to get out of it. And so once I push the sell button, it's automatically going to populate the 51,000 shares I just purchased. I'm going to hit the submit button and done. Has anyone found it easy to use?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Education is nothing if it's not shared.
You're welcome. And Angela, you still need me to give you a call after?
Yeah, but take the baby to the doctor first.
I will. Thank you. And Erica, pleasure seeing you.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you.
You're now physically lifted off the internet and into my
I
room.
know. We've been going back and forth for a minute. So
hey, listen, I'm a real person, actually. Ooh.
Ooh.
No fake over here. We good.
No AI. You're not AI. Are you sure?
Nah, I can prove it to you. I let that little gremlin walk in here. It's over. My 5-year-old is destructive. God help us all. I love him to death. But anyway, guys, I'll see. Remember Saturday at 11 a.m. We'll talk about the first day, and we'll have everybody on, and we'll get it going, and we'll make sure that everybody has their profiles up. Now, Angela, Erica, you didn't have a chance to build the team, so if you want to invite people in, that's cool. But I'm probably going to put you on another person's team. If you
that's fine.
You know, but if you want to build your own team, you need to build 10. And you got to do it in 2 days.
I was going to say, I can probably get like 3.
So get your 3, and then this way I can add them to. Listen, I want to have at least 200 people in there so I can have 10 teams.
Right.
So the 3 people, just to give it the quick and skinny, I'm giving out 30 deposits for custodial accounts. You have any kids, Erica?
No, thank God.
You want some? I could send you 2.
Yeah, I do, but not right now.
I'm messing with you. But the bottom line is, I'm giving out 30 deposits for custodial accounts for kids.
I have nieces and nephews, so.
Yeah, so, but if we don't get the number, it'll probably be $1,000 still. Nonetheless, it's about the deposits, not about the amount, just to start that. And just to give somebody an experience and have them chase down something. So if we can do that, that'll be really cool. But anyway, in any event, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you on Saturday.
All righty.
Thank you.
Wait, one last
Have a great
thing.
day, everyone.
Are you sending?
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.